Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another spectacular episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He's the tranquil dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And in the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go. Catch him if you can. Said his name in Guyana. Now they love him in Japan. No cap. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guest tonight is a man who is making a name for himself as one half of professional wrestling's newest tag team, Missouri Business, which also includes our alumni guest, the Space Cowboy, Stacy Alexander. He has battled foes such as the very intimidating Bam Bam Bundy, and also our other alumni guest, Cameron Walker, one half of the Onicams. Everybody, welcome to the show, the Dreamboat, Eli Perez.
Woo! Thanks for having me on. I saw your alumni
Hey,
of guests. Now, I really feel honored to be on it. So thanks for having
hey
me.
man, it all started with Cameron. So I could tell you, we had TSF. I don't know if you haven't met those guys yet. Great bunch of guys from
I,
Nightmare Factory. We had TSF, and then I saw Cameron Walker on AEW Dark, and I'm like, that guy has a serious war face. He looks like he's ready to punch somebody. So I just had to have him on the show. And then I saw that he had two tag teams that he was in. Well, now three. One with Avery Bro called Only Bros, and then he had one with Cameron Walker called Only Cams. So I'm like, why interview this one tag team partner? Interview the whole tag team. And then both Cameron Walker and Avery Bro mentioned Stacy Alexander. And I've seen Stacy before. He had the Space Cowboy shirt on. So I was like, okay, well, two people in a row have actually talked about him. Let me have him on. And then I saw he was in a tag team called Missouri Business, which included yourself. So I'm like, well, like I said before, I don't like interviewing just one tag team member. Might as well interview the other one. So, boom.
there you go. You got me. I was gonna say you got the best for last of the flatbacks class, but you know what? I see you got Dante Casanova, who I've also
Mhm.
tagged with before, after me. So you guys are just getting them all.
Yeah, we got Jamie. We had Jamie Stanley coming up too, which is Cameron's other tag team partner, the Party Boys. And y'all heard it here first. The Reverend. We're looking to get him real soon, Reverend Uriah. So he's on our he's on our radar. We would book him for this Sunday, but we got to see how it is. I almost tried to book him for Saturday, but Saturday is full gear. So yeah,
Spread the good word.
yeah. So how's everything going? You're calling you're in Texas, right?
I'm actually in Arkansas right now. I was when I went to go train in the flatbacks. I kind of just packed everything, went to Orlando for 3 months, and then came back to Arkansas for 3 months, and then went back to Orlando for 3 months. So I was just going back and forth.
Wow, that's cool. So how was before training with flatbacks? Had you ever gone to Florida before?
Before then, no, that was my first time, and I drove there in one straight shot. So
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Florida is. So what were your thoughts of Florida? Because you're like smack dab in the middle of one of the entertainment centers of. I would say there's two entertainment places in Florida. There's Orlando and there's Miami. And then one person once asked me, Remy, what's the difference between Orlando or I think they asked me something along the lines of which one is better, Orlando or Miami? And I asked them, well, it all depends. Are you single or are you not single? If you're single, go to Miami. You'll leave with a smile on your face because all the parties and food and whatnot, you will be like, wow, I love this place. If you're married and if you have a family, go to Orlando. You have a lot of things, a lot of family oriented events over there and theme parks and whatnot.
yeah, so when I entered Florida, like literally, the Florida man gets its reputation, right? Um, so yeah, I got my little glimpse of Florida at a gas station, like at a stoplight. This lady was yelling at me. This lady was just yelling at me. I think she was just yelling at everybody, but she had her phone and she just dropped it. Just started slamming her phone. And I'm like, what is going on? This is literally my first gas station that I stopped in Florida. Well, I got to get used to it now. Florida man.
Yeah, Florida Man is a legend. And for those of you that don't know about Florida Man, Rob, you know about Florida Man, 'cause I see you shaking your head. So you obviously heard a couple of things. But for those of you that don't know who Florida Man is, so Florida Man is, if you go to Google and you type in Florida Man, you will see like something about a man from Florida that does something outlandish, out of the ordinary. Like one article that I saw online was a Florida man that actually went to a drive-by. I think it was a McDonald's drive-by, and he had an alligator, a dead alligator, and he threw it into the drive-through window. It was one of the fast food restaurants. I think McDonald's or Burger King, one or two of them. But yeah, he did that. Florida man found eating a dead cat. Yeah, there are a lot of outlandish, crazy stories about. I'm starting to think Florida is giving New York a run for the money in terms of craziness.
Oh,
But yeah, that's the tale of Florida man. But enough about Florida man. Let's talk about the Dreamboat man. Let's talk about the other half of Missouri business. Flat back wrestling schools. One of their favorite sons. And I let's take a time traveling trip. And I guess gotta ask, how did you become a fan of professional wrestling? Was it a pay-per-view event that you saw, or was it that one uncle or aunt that dragged you into the room and said, "Hey, Eli, come check this out. You might want to look at this. You might like it."
so my dad and I had an uncle living with me at the time. They were both really into wrestling. So me and my brothers both, they have older brothers. We all just watched wrestling together. My mom, she wasn't the biggest fan of it, but she saw we were all together, surrounded by the TV. So she just sat through it and just bit her tongue. But she'd get lost in it too. And sometimes she'd be like, oh. But yeah, that's what kind of got me into it. The one pay per view that I really remember watching was a SummerSlam 2005 with Eddie and Ray, that whole Dominic match, which back then I had no concept of like what was going on because I was so young. I mean, I was like, I had no idea these guys were legally fighting over this kid over a ladder match, and I also remember a lot of the times because I would guilt trip my parents into buying the pay per views because they were $50, and we did not have very much money, so I like guilt trip. I'm like, oh, come on, I'm gonna miss it. But I do remember the times they told me no, and I was stuck watching like Sunday Night Heat, and it was like, oh, this is the pre-show to catch the call your local cable provider, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch this pay per view, and I mean, I like Sunday Night Heat. I missed that and Velocity. I wish those shows were back.
Yeah, those shows, Sunday Night Heat and Velocity, they were great shows. I saw a lot of classic matches. Actually, that was where I first saw the power that is Charlie Haas. I would never forget. He was facing one of my favorite tag team wrestlers, Paul London, and the way he dismantled Paul London with his technical prowess reminded me of a young Arn Anderson. That was yeah, those shows were definitely awesome, definitely fun to watch. I wish they would bring them back. Main events okay, but yeah, I'm not really feeling main event too much. But yeah. But man, that Eddie and Dominic story, man, that was one of the best stories ever told, in my opinion. And man, I tell you, you look back at Eddie and Ray, and those were like two legends in their own right. Like those were some classic matches they had, and I have a feeling, I'm gonna call it right now, Dominic is gonna be a big thing real soon. Like I know for a fact that it would not surprise me if the Guerreros, like Chavo Guerrero and Hector, I think Mondo, if I don't know if they're cool with Dominic, but I can only assume they are. But they probably taught him a couple of pointers. I know Ray taught him a lot too, so he's definitely gonna be one of the ones to watch out for. Yeah.
It'd be crazy just to
So
not be all.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you first.
Oh, is there an echo?
No, no.
Okay, it might just be on my end then. Oh, that's better. That's gone. Yeah. Sorry. What was the question again?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So how did your journey go from professional wrestling fan to now professional wrestler, moving from Arkansas to Florida to train with Flatbacks, which is ran by Tyler Breeze and Sean Spears, and now you're one half of Missouri Business. How
Yeah.
did that journey end up happening?
Yeah, so I was in college and it was like my last semester of college, my senior year, and I kind of looked around at my program and looked around what I was doing. I graduated with a business IT degree and minor in marketing, but I was like, man, I don't want to do any of this. Like, I don't care about databases. I don't care about any of this. Like, why am I doing this? Whatever. I get a big boy job and I do IT security for 3 years. And during that time, I found a local wrestler. I was just on Instagram, and it's like the recommended side. There's a wrestler. I clicked on his page, and it said Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is where I was at. I was like, what the heck? So I hit this guy up. It was like, hey, can you train me? And he's like, yeah, we're gonna start at school in January. So I started training with him in January, and it was a little sketch, not gonna lie, but I took their word for it, and it ended up being good, like good fundamentals, whatever. But yeah, so I was doing that. I was wrestling like once a month in my hometown, which I'm not gonna get better at wrestling just once a month in my hometown against like the same people. So we get there's corporate layoffs. They like fire 500 people. I happen to be one of them. But I was actually working for this company for 7 years. So they gave me a 4 month severance, which I'm like, hey, I don't have to work for 4 months. I saw Flatbacks had an opening. I hit them up, packed my bags, and yeah, I went to Florida for a bit. That's how the journey got started.
Wow, that's cool. I tell you, Flatbacks, man, y'all are doing the damn thing. Like, we've recently had a lot of people from the Nightmare Factory over in Georgia. And after interviewing Cameron Stewart and Avery Bro, like y'all got a lot of people there that are just like hella impressive, you know. And yeah, y'all are definitely now it's like we just got done doing a bunch of people from Nightmare Factory. Now it's like, okay, Flatbacks, who should we look for next? Like, we got Eli Perez today, now we got Dante Casanova coming this Wednesday, and then there's the Reverend, and then I just found somebody else, this other guy, I forgot what his name was, but he has like, I think he might be Hispanic or he could be Asian. He's a bit on the stocky side and he has like colored hair. And he actually started last year, but then there's him. If you're watching this, my bad. I will definitely find out your name by the end of the show. Trust me, you have my word on that. But yeah, y'all are just doing the damn thing, man. Just being impressive and whatnot. And yeah, I look forward to seeing more from y'all and like more y'all like making headlines, being on AEW, WWE, Impact, all that good stuff. So Missouri Business. Now you're in a tag team with the Space Cowboy, Stacy Alexander. And what was your thoughts when y'all teamed up? Were you nervous? Were you like, I don't know if this is gonna work? I don't know if I mean, maybe I should just stay singles, or were you like, you know what? I'm confident we're gonna make things happen.
So I mean, he kind of told a story. I kind of just booked a flight to Miami. I was like, you know what? I wasn't booked on the show. I'm like, I'm gonna show up if they need me. I'm there. Sure enough, there was a couple of no shows. Me and him had already like, hey, if we were to ever tag team, he came up with a name. And I was like, yeah, I'm down with it. And he's like, remember that tag team we were talking about? It's gonna happen today. And so, literally on the fly, we tag team against Scrotus. And like you said, we didn't have much preparation time, but we made it happen.
Yeah, and it's working out for y'all because according to Stacy, not according to me, Stacy Alexander told us that you guys are up for some bookings in Canada. So now y'all are actually doing the damn thing overseas, like north of the US of A. So that's definitely working out for y'all too. And it's always a great thing, like when you have like your tag team part, like when you have friends, that and your tag team partners like traveling with you all over. It's always a great thing, just go around making a name for yourself and so on.
Yeah, about your friend, we went to a music festival, and we were checking into our hotel. The guest, the receptionist was like, "Are you guys best friends?" I was like, "Nah, we just met each other. We're just joking now."
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like one time when me and my friend, one of my closest friends, we went to BBQs, and this lady asked us, "Are y'all together?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, we've been best friends for like 25 years, man, since high school, man. Yeah." So I just got like two or three more questions before I turn it over to Rob. And my third to last question is, so Missouri business, what are some tag teams that you'd want to see Missouri business go up against? It could be from anywhere: WB, AEW, Impact, the Indies. It doesn't matter.
Uh, I'm gonna piggyback off Stacey's um, answer. They only can just because we came up with those guys too. I was actually in Cameron Stewart's flatbacks class, so only cams definitely want to get them when they're not exclusive. Which who knows? They're the most exclusive tag team in wrestling. So I want to have a rematch with Scrotus. Like Stacy said, we were unprepared the first time, so the second time, we've him and I have tagged a lot more together, so we have more chemistry now. The End, which is Pero and Odinson. Now, those are two big dudes. Whole lot of meat there. But I got me one big dude, and I know myself. So I want to see that match happen. And then the Gatanic Panic, which is Effie and Danhausen. I just feel like there's a lot of personality there. So definitely want to see all those characters collide. Um, and then my last one, I'm also going to piggyback off him and say EC3 and Adam Scherr.
Wow, that's cool. Effie and Danhausen. Well, I could imagine how that tagged. Effie to me has like an explosive like personality. Like he's just like out there and like he's the party starter and whatnot. I've seen him around before. Yeah, and Danhausen, oh man, Danhausen, he just like he's on the come up right now. Like he's just, like it's to me like almost one, I'd say one out or two out of like five wrestlers. I mean, two out of five wrestling fans are cool with Danhausen. And almost to me, I think it's maybe it's just me, but like for the last couple of Halloweens, I've seen at least like four or five wrestling fans with the Danhausen makeup. So he's definitely becoming more and more popular. So tag team wrestling, there's been a lot of tag teams around here. Who would you say? And I know you're probably gonna say that we're our own identity, which is pretty good. But who would you say are a tag team that y'all are closest to in comparison? Like FTR, the Rockers, the Young Bucks.
It had to be like a short. I'm 5. I don't know how tall Stacy is, but I'm a little shorter. He's a little taller. So actually I'm average height. So any team that has a dynamic of smaller guy and big guy, and there's a couple of teams out there kind of like that. So maybe Enzo and Cass back in NXT days, without me being a little too crazy. Yeah, just like that. That dynamic of Kane and Daniel Bryan, those type of things.
Oh, nice. I'm the tag team champions. I never forget that. Yeah. So my last question is, so before you're getting ready for a match or when you're at the gym working out, what are some songs that you like to listen to get you into that zone to complete that task or to get you in the mindset of going into a match?
Right now, like my number one song is like probably Mo Bamba. You know that song? It's like a club banger.
Not maybe if I heard it, but yeah, it doesn't ring a
Oh,
bell.
I listen to like everything from rap to indie music to pop punk. Um, gosh, it's crazy. I mean, when I'm on the Stairmaster and I'm doing like 40 minutes, I put on a concert of like one of my favorite bands, and I will just watch a whole live concert. Like it ranges from like Gorillaz, Slipknot, Phoenix, Foster the People. I just love watching live performances, especially during COVID when we couldn't go to concerts. I was like, I miss it because I had a lot of like favorite concerts. I listened to reggae like Revolution. Like I was just like I had so many concerts planned out for last year that I got canceled. I had a front seat to Backstreet Boys, so it was like all these concerts I was missing out on. I was like, I want concerts to come back. So now that concerts are coming back, I'm just getting back in the groove of going to concerts. Also,
Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Rob. I know Rob has some questions for you. So Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
All right, sweet. Thanks, Remy. So what's going on, Eli, man? How you doing today?
not much you. I got a question for you, Rob.
All right. Go shoot away, man.
How'd your first wrestling gig go with the
Oh
refing?
man. Oh man, thank you very much for asking, man. Man, it went well, man. I had an awesome time. Man. It was great. I had the main event match. I did a rumble, and I did the third match. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I had a fun time. Those guys and gals, they helped me out so much and stuff. I had a blast.
I salute you. I ref the whole show once. They're like,
Mm.
all right, who wants to ref? And I was like, I'll do it. Very minimal training, and it was okay. But the main event, when it mattered, I'm not going to tell you what match it was because it's out there on YouTube. But I forgot how to count to three. I was like one, two, uh, and there were notable wrestlers, and one of them was like I finally counted to three, and yeah, let's just say when we got to the back, the wrestler was like, "Come on, ref." But if someone find that YouTube video, you will see the comments section will roast me.
Mm. That's right. Yeah, I did say my three count though is a little hair off, you know what I mean? But I was like I got wrapped up in the moment. I noticed it during the middle of the match,
Yeah,
and I was told like, I was like, well, I'm not speeding up now. I'm gonna be consistent. Always be consistent. So hey, fine, that's how I'm doing. I'm doing the rest of the show. But next show, yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. I'll probably be learning better in my positions and all that stuff. So, yeah, I did awesome. Yeah, I think I did all right. The promoter said he was proud of me, so I didn't get fired, so I was good.
better from here.
That's right. That's right. So I do gotta ask, man. Before we do anything, you got to meet Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now I have to ask about that because that is my mom's favorite wrestler of all time. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and the Junkyard Dog. Those are her guys. You know what I mean? So what was it like meeting him? I have to ask that for her.
Okay, yes, it was pretty cool because it was that Mania weekend in Tampa. There was like a WrestleCon convention or something. So I was like, you know what? Got a couple hours for free. I'm gonna go head over there. And yeah, it was cool because like Sergeant Slaughter and Ron Simmons, they were like, I could have sworn we saw a young Ricky Steamboat walking around. And sure enough, when I saw them all, they were like, wow, you guys, you literally look like him. So that was pretty cool. I actually didn't ask for advice. I just told him that I was wrestling, and he like just started spewing so much knowledge to me. And I was like, man, I just didn't really ask for advice. He just gave it to him. So that's just good of how good of a guy he is. And I always reference back to his matches, his character work and just all of it. Just he's a great wrestler.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can't get it. That arm drag of his, you know what I mean? Woo, that thing is beautiful. It's like, oh man, I don't know how he does it. You know what I mean? Get that Christmas like that. Even at his age, I've seen him get in the ring. Maybe not recently, but a couple years ago, he still got it. Coming there,
Oh
ah,
yeah,
it's like, woo.
yeah.
That's right. That's right. So I was gonna say, man, you growing up in Arkansas, man, what was it like over there, man? Were you in the, are you in the flatland area where it's all fields and all that, or do you have like some mountains and desert over there? Were you in that part?
Yeah, I'm in the Ozark area, so it's like a lot. It's really mountainy, and
Oh,
I take it. I guess I took it for granted when I go to places that aren't as green. And then like I've been to Arizona and Albuquerque, or yeah, New Mexico and Phoenix, and like some parts of Texas where it's like flat, barely any grass, and I'm like, man, I kind of miss Arkansas now. You know?
oh yeah, that's wild. So you said the Ozarks, kind of like so, like on that TV show on Netflix. Yeah, kind of like over there by there.
Yeah, I think they filmed that like 3 hours north of me, so it's pretty
Oh,
close. Yeah,
oh man, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah,
that's a good
I live
show.
in. Oh yeah, yeah, it is a real good show. I think in the new season coming out soon, like, or did it already come out? I can't remember.
I hope hopefully soon. I mean, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, yeah. I know the show I like, Dexter. It came out, the branding of it came out last night, and I haven't seen it yet. So I don't have Showtime, but I think my mom does. So I'm gonna have to go over there, and like, hey, let me borrow the TV for an hour. I need to watch my show.
I think they have like limited trial of it. They do it to where like you will sign up for the trial, you'll have enough time to finish the show, but you'll forget that you signed up for the trial.
Hmm.
So that's how.
Yeah, see, I had that with Apple TV. I got a iPhone last year, and it was like, yeah, you get a free year of Apple TV and stuff. So I gotta remember in January, January like 1st or 2nd, I gotta be like, all right, yeah, that's about when I gotta do it. So I gotta remember. I've got it written down and stuff, so I'm just like, hopefully I can remember, and then I'll start like, oh man, I got another thing, what I mean, I gotta pay for. It's like, jeez, oh man. So I did get to see, man, somebody else you ran into, man. It was pretty cool, man. You ran into Wolverine, Hugh Jackman himself, man. Yo, what was it like, man, meeting Wolverine, the man himself? Did you get to say
That
hi or
was
anything, or was it just
yeah,
random?
yeah. It was cool. It was like a really cold winter day, but like we went out there. He was at a Walmart doing like a meet and greet thing, so it was cool seeing him. It was like right before, like I think he got some cancerous thing removed from his nose,
Ooh,
and so that's how patches that's on his nose. So I'm pretty close to the headquarters of Walmart, which is like it's Walmart. So like they bring actually a lot of couple celebrities in every now and then.
oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, hey, if you hear any background music, noise, that's my hounds. They're acting crazy and stuff. I got three beagles.
Three beagles?
Yep.
Oh my god. Um,
Huh? Oh, what'd you say? I didn't hear it. It went in and out.
oh, sorry. You got three beagles? Give me one of them.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know. They kind of like their life here and stuff. I mean, they're all right, but yeah, you can definitely come out and walk and help me walk them sometime, man. Woo.
Dog walker before. When I was in college, I was like would dog sit and stuff. So
Oh yeah, I was at the show Saturday, and I'm showing everybody. They're all everybody's looking at dogs. They're like, oh my god, look at their tails. Like, oh, look at them. Oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, yeah, these my hounds. I'm like, that's Radar, that's Katie, that's Lucy. Lucy's the diva. You can't tell her nothing. Yeah, she's too awesome. So I gotta ask, man. I've seen you. You're a marathon runner, man. Are you a half marathon or is it full marathons? And I've also
uh
seen you had like Dragon Ball Z inspired, like shirts you would wear running and stuff. And I also got a part with that. I want to know if you think Goku's a bad father or not too. But how'd you get into marathons and stuff, man? At first.
uh I ran cross country like since junior high. So I've ran
Oh,
cross
okay.
country for years. It just kind of always stuck with me. There was a point in college where I was like really fat, and some like 65-year-old came up to me. He was like, "Oh, are you gonna do the half marathon?" And I was like, I hadn't ran in like 2 or 3 years, and I'm like, "No, like I can't barely do a 5K now, probably." He's like, "Well, I'm 65. What's your excuse?" And so I was like, "Oh, okay." So I
Mhm.
signed up for it 2 weeks in advance, and I ran like 3 times. It was a mistake, but I fell back in love with it. A couple of my friends ran collegiately, so I would run with them, and just I got stuck with it. I do 5Ks here and there now. I do half marathons. It's just so expensive. It's like you can't got to justify spending $90 to go run. Like, why would you can run for
Yeah.
free? That's what people like. We do it for the t-shirts. This is actually a half marathon t-shirt here, or a nice little jacket. But yeah, I've done one marathon, and I was training for it, but that's when the pandemic hit, and they made it a virtual run. I'm like, that's no fun. I wanted to feel the energy of like running with everybody's excited. So I convinced two of my friends to run the marathon with me. We all did not really train for it, and we just kind of like we just ran it. We had no aid stations. We just carried one water bottle in our hands, and good luck. And that's kind of what we did.
Oh man, man, lucky. So see, I have a friend that does those Ironman things where he ride the bike, run, and swim. Now, when he finishes that, like the next day or two, he's like in bed, like he doesn't get out or whatever. Is that the same way when you do a marathon? Is it like the next day you're like, oh man, I'm not getting off this bed for a little bit. I might go to the couch and that's about it.
Yeah, after I did the marathon, I took like a month off and didn't run at all.
Mm.
There was one time I did a half marathon and went to go see Simple Plan the same day. So I ran the half marathon, got in the car with my friend. We drove down to Dallas, and we were in the concert, and like I could barely feel my legs. They were so heavy. I was trying to jam out or bounce around, but my legs were just so heavy. I just couldn't. So I can probably do both. I've also like ran a half marathon and then gone to play soccer for a couple hours. So just depends on how I'm feeling.
That's good. That's good. And with the Dragon Ball Z stuff, man, I gotta ask, man. I always ask that if people watch Dragon Ball Z. Do you think Goku's a bad father or no?
He's out there grinding. It's kind of hard to be both a good father and protector of the earth.
Yeah,
I'm watching Super because I actually have never seen Super because when it first came out, it hadn't been dubbed yet. So I was like, now I gotta read the subtitles, and I just didn't have time at the time. And now that it's been dubbed, I'm finally like going back and watching it. And he's working. He's like farming on this mountain. He's just basically just carving up the mountain and to raise money, but he does not want to do it. So he's a good father because he's out there trying to protect the earth, train, and still make money. So
he just has a lot on his plate. He just got a lot on his
yeah,
plate, man.
and the kids they
There
can
you
take care
go.
of themselves. They got
Yeah, that's
powers.
right. You got Piccolo and stuff out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So I do gotta ask, man. Are there any new movies and TV shows you're into right now, man? Because yeah, I'm always get stuck. I always get stuck watching the same ones, man.
Oh wow. Okay. So I just finished the most recent season of You.
Okay, that's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix. Yes.
Okay,
I I just finished Ted Lasso.
okay.
Which, if you don't like soccer, I think there's something for everyone in Ted Lasso. Like it's just a good show. Like so, I recommend Ted Lasso. Let's see what else. Of course, I watched Squid Games like everybody else. Have you guys watched it?
I haven't watched Squid Games yet, man. I'm kind of a little leery because I don't like gross out stuff that nowadays like that. But I'll psych
It's
myself up. I'll get it.
it's it's on my to-do list. I'm actually almost finished with Selena, the series, which goes more in depth to her career, in my opinion, because the movie showed us little tidbits, which it's understandable it's a movie, but definitely Squid Games is on my to-do list. Funny thing is, somebody thought Squid Games was about Squidward, so yeah, that was something else. But yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about it, and I'm in New York, so I've seen people dressed up as some of the characters, so my interest is peaked, and I'm definitely gonna eventually check it out.
Yeah, and other than that, I watch really bad TLC and Lifetime shows. Like I watch like My 600 Pound Life, uh, Married at First Sight, 90 Day Fiance, like all those bad TV shows or Wife Swap. I literally watch those shows and I love them. I don't know why.
That's right. Now I know they have what's her name, Dr. Pimple Popper on there. I remember I can't watch that. I remember she was on YouTube and my cousin was like, "Yo, you gotta watch this," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she's pouring stuff out like mashed potato scoop." I was like,
Oh my
"I'm
gosh,
good."
yeah.
I was like, "I'm fine."
Dang, what else? My 1,000 Pound Sisters. Gosh, I don't know what else I watch. It's just random shows that's on TLC.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Like I was watching Trailer Park Boys all day today. You know, I was on Netflix. And I was like, oh, let me just put on Trailer Park Boys while I'm doing laundry and all that stuff. You know, I have it going in the background. That shit's funny. You know, I'll watch it. So, man, getting back to the little wrestling, I didn't see you doing some like hardcore matches or whatever, man. I seen your back, man, full light tube glass, man. Just, you know, what is it like, man? Just getting those light tubes, man. They're no joke, man. You know, so man, how you with the hardcore matches, man? Are you ready to do some more, man? Or are you like, just just every once in a while?
So yeah, I got to do that one. It was Effie and Pero's Twin Gauntlet of Death. It's on IWTV. Go give that a watch if you haven't, and go watch everything that leads up to that because they tell a really good story, Effie and Pero, that leads up to that main event, and it's really good. Um, so yeah, the deathmatch thing, I did it, and all my loved ones hated that I did it because my back was yeah. And so I only brought one shirt to change in, and so basically the whole my back of my shirt was just stuck to me. Like I could not move
Mm.
it because it was so much. They cleaned me up the best they could. They taped me up the best they could. I now have what are they called? Keloids. So now I have keloids on my back and arms. Yeah, and yes, I am definitely ready for that again to do it again. We'll see when the next opportunity comes. But yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely gonna try to spare them out so I can recover each time.
Yeah, that wasn't
And I
the
don't know.
that wasn't the match where he ended up in. Oh, I was do what?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was gonna say that wasn't the match where he ended up in the trash can, was it?
No, that was a different match. No, that was a hardcore match in Arkansas. But have you guys heard of Jay Vidal?
I don't think so. Not off the top of my
He's
head.
at Las Vegas, but he's really good. He ended up winning the Twin Gauntlet, and
Mm.
but yeah, it wasn't caught on camera. But he actually kissed me during the match.
Oh man, that's a surprise, dude.
Yeah, expecting that death
That's
match,
pretty
but
funny.
yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty
and
funny.
I'm glad it wasn't on camera. So
Hey, there you go. So do you have a next? When's your next show? Do you have one coming up this weekend, or are you booked through the year?
yeah, so I'm actually going up to Indianapolis with Cam Walker and Space Cowboy. We're going up to Indianapolis. We're all tagging together with Chuckles the Clown. So it's going
Mm.
to be only like one half of the only cams in Missouri Business and the Clown. So that's just crazy. It's a Survivor Series match. Can't wait for that to happen. Uh, the weekend after that, I will be in Amarillo, Texas with Cameron Walker. We're going to travel down there. It's my first time going down to Amarillo. We'll check it out. After that, I think I'm free until Canada. We're going to Canada. Space Cowboy and I are going to Calgary, Canada. So, and then after that, I have a music festival that Space Cowboy and I are at. So it's gonna be pretty cool because we actually went to emo nights in Vegas. Very similar bands that are going to be there that at this music festival. So very exciting stuff coming up for Missouri business.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And you all going to festivals and stuff together too, man. That's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, I know what you're saying. There's a festival here in Delaware, Firefly Festival, that comes around all the time and stuff, man. Yeah, it's like right in my friend's backyard, so you can like step outside his like front step, and it's like you can hear everybody playing. It's like now next to the stage, Weezer, and then you come out there, you be like, say it ain't so, like you hear it
Cool.
perfect. You can't say it, but you can hear it. You know what I mean? That's how loud it is. Like wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, they get free spots then.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, if you live around there, I mean, I guess you got like music or something because they play till like midnight, something like that. For
Well, it
three
depends.
days. So.
They could probably rent out their front yard for parking if it's close enough.
Hmm. Yeah, I told my buddy, I was like, man, you need to do that. Like, hey, 10, $20 or something, man. Let them, use the spots, man. Bam. He's like, oh, I don't know, man. I was like, hey, you can even let somebody, if you know somebody, man, let them, camp out in your front yard or something, man. They pay good money or something, man. I'm like, oh, I don't know, but hey, just an idea. But yeah, man, I got to say, man, you're also a world traveler, man. You've been like all over the earth, man. What is your like favorite place that you've been to, man? I've seen you've been like Europe and all everywhere, Mexico, and I think you're going to Canada. You said next, like, where'd you what was your favorite place to go?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I've been to Whistler, Canada, Vancouver, Canada. That was probably that was really good. Let's see. I think my favorite place though was Amsterdam, and I was actually in Europe. I had lost my wallet. People say that I was maybe pickpocketed. I wear these soccer pants all the time, and my wallet just falls out all the time. So it just happened to fall at the bad time in Europe. Because I also had a fanny pack then. I don't know why I didn't put it in my fanny pack, but I actually was lost my wallet in Europe. So I was panicking. Luckily, I could transfer money to my friend, and they could pay for stuff. But yeah, Amsterdam was really cool. It was really beautiful. Um, the number of bikes outnumber the number of people there. So it's crazy. There's literally bikes everywhere. And then I was there during a soccer semifinal, and the city was literally lit. Like it looked like a riot. It was just free for all madness. They have public urinals over there, and I got to like literally out there, like the urinal just out there, like a little stall. So I used one just to use it. I don't think I even needed to go. I was like, when am I gonna get to pee in public like this? Like I'm gonna do it. So yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I wish I'd spent more time there. I know Remy's well traveled too.
I am.
I know you've been to Japan.
Yeah, Japan is awesome, man. If you ever get a chance, I don't know if you got a chance to go to Eli, but if you do go, Tokyo is nice. It's expensive, but it's fun. Osaka is even more fun, less expensive. So yeah, it's definitely a great place to be.
I was actually booking my flight to go to Tokyo, Japan, right before the pandemic hit. So pandemic really ruined, a lot of my plans that year. But it was going to be for fun. It was, but still, just to go enjoy the culture would have been nice.
Yeah, so when you go, whether it's for leisure or for, wrestling, I don't know if you heard, but there's I guess it's a sort of like unofficial tradition but you got to go to Ribera and get your jacket. I don't know if you heard of there, but it's a steakhouse in Tokyo, and wrestlers of all kinds, like Hulk Hogan got his jacket from there. So is John Cena. So yeah, whenever you go, the owner actually gives it to like for free, I think, to professional wrestlers and MMA fighters. So make sure you definitely go ahead and get yours as well.
Definitely check it out. I love some steak.
That's right. That's right. That will be awesome. Get one of the jackets, man. Oh. So, are you ready for the holidays, man? The holidays are coming up, man. You got Thanksgiving and all that, man. Do you get up with the family? Y'all have a big feast?
It's a little sad, but my family we don't really do much together, like holiday season. So I borrow other people's families or have friendsgiving or stuff like that. So if people have a family event, like, hey, can I tag along? Enjoy your family if I can't enjoy mine as much. We get together for Christmas, but that's about it. We really aren't too big into gift giving or anything. We like barely celebrated our birthdays growing up, stuff like that. We weren't like sentimental like that. So I definitely like exploring that now with my friends and their families. I think I'm booked Amarillo Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, the weekend before Thanksgiving. So I got to make it back home before Thanksgiving. And then Christmas, I think I'll be in that music festival the weekend before Christmas. So my birthday is also around that time, December 29th. So I celebrate my birthday the whole month of December. Like I have a lot of birthday celebrations throughout the month. But you did remind me that I need to start ordering presents if they're gonna get here in time. Because if not, I'm gonna be one of those guys at the mall looking for last minute gifts. Don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, yeah. I started doing that too. I was ordering stuff, and I'm just trying to ask everybody, like, hey, what do y'all want? I mean, I need to order something, man. So just in case, shipping to, is backed up, man. It's here. So yeah,
Worst
man.
case scenario, candles from Bed Bath and Beyond. All right, everyone's getting candles.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Everybody likes a candle. You know what I mean? Hey. Yeah, I guess yeah. Right now is not the time. Like my friend, he does a game where he gets on Etsy or whatever. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna spend $20 on here and see what I get. You know what I mean? Sometimes they send the right thing. Sometimes it's something way off and different. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but it always gets there or whatever. It's like, yeah, man. I can't do that for the Christmas though. I can't do that. Oh man. So I do gotta ask, man, before I pass it on back to Remy, I do want to ask if you have any funny road backstage stories that has, happened to you, like maybe something on the road y'all come across like a Sasquatch running out in the middle of the road, or you get to a show somebody forgot their gear and they're like, yeah, can I borrow something, and they're out there like a Frankenstein, like something like that or something.
Well, one time I was having breakfast with the Juventud, from
Mm,
WCW, the
mm,
juicy one. He was wearing his own merch. You got to rep your own merch. So we were having breakfast, and some older gentleman comes up. He's like, Juventud. There was a wrestler named Juventud back in the day. And then he just walks off. That's all he says. And then me and Juventud look at each other. We're just like, I don't think he realized that was you. Like, you're literally him. Like, how did he not make that connection? So I just think that's funny. It was like someone just literally saw Juventud and just did not even know. Probably never
that's
saw him without his mask, so he never knew.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that reminds me, like you were saying, your favorite band, Slipknot. One of your favorite bands was Slipknot. I love them. Corey Taylor, man, that dude is like a lyrical genius. Like even his solo albums with Stone Sour and stuff and all that. Oh man, that guy is he's phenomenal. But I remember there was somebody on Twitter, posted a picture. I can't. It was him or somebody in the band, and he's out there jamming. She's like, "If you look like this, call me or whatever." And the dude was like, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, he's like, "I'm literally that dude in the picture." You know what I mean? Like, "Hey, what's up?" And it's like, oh man, oh freaking hilarious. Oh, that's great. But yeah, man, I do want to say, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, come on chat with us, man. I definitely had a blast chatting with you. I wish you nothing but the best in your shows coming up, man. I wish you start, do nothing but start winning, getting that gold, going all over the country, start going to more countries, man, and winning gold there, tearing it up, and all that good stuff.
Thank you, thank you.
Eli, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to have you on our show and for you to tell your story and whatnot. We really and truly appreciate it. We definitely wish you and Stacy all the best of luck with your journeys domestically, internationally, and hope that y'all get to go overseas. If y'all get to go to Japan, like I said, I was stationed there for 3 years, so definitely, I could tell you firsthand, it's a great experience. Take it with a smile and go. The food is great. The people are courteous, and it's one of the places where I've been my most chill, and I've been to a total of 4 countries on 3 continents, and that's my most chill one. I don't think there was ever when I was really angry or anything. So Japan is definitely it. And yeah, before we shut it down, where can fans find you on social media if when they want to find out when your next appearance is and when they want to purchase merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you or Missouri business for their shows?
All right, before I plug my stuff in, thank you for your service, Remy. It's people like you that
Thanks.
makes like us do our stuff, so thank you. And then also my Instagram and Twitter are the same. It's Eli_Perez 64. That comes from Nintendo 64. It was just always my favorite number because of that. Let's see. Have a YouTube channel. It's not like directly linked, but if you like YouTube Eli Perez, you'll probably find my channel. I need to rename that to my actual wrestling. And then on Facebook, I got a Facebook fan page that I how do you say that word? Reluctantly have trouble with words sometimes, but I made that page. It's Eli space Perez, and then yeah, that's it. That's all my socials.
Awesome. So y'all definitely go ahead and follow this man. He's doing great things. Straight out of Flatbacks Wrestling School, one of the best wrestling schools in the country. A lot of students from there are doing it big, so definitely give this man a follow as well. And also make sure you follow Stacey Alexander, and look out for Missouri business. They're going to be one of those teams that are going to be coming to a town near you, and you're not going to want to miss out. But with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. So Rob Bass, the Sean Spence to my Burton Guster, the Charlie Haas to my Shelton Benjamin, the Bubba Ray to my Devon. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, when they want to purchase merchandise because you're a referee now? Where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
All right, you can find me on Rob_Base82 at Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, and then Rob Base on Facebook and YouTube.
Awesome. And if you book referee Rob and you pay him a little extra, he'll give you the Nick Patrick special from WCW. But with that being said, if you want to find me on social media, you can find me on Twitter under @TheRemyBlue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. I normally don't have a lot of cool stuff to say, but who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. However, our podcast is on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram under @Ringside Society. We also have a Facebook group called Ringside Society. You can check us out there. We're also on Twitch under @Ringside Society 2019, which is where we also stream our episodes such as this one. And we also have a YouTube channel. Yes, our YouTube channel. Just type in Ringside Society. And once you see that sweet OMG dark blue and light blue yin yang sign with the blue flames around it, that's us. So definitely go and subscribe. Don't personalize. Subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool videos, a lot of cool interviews coming, like our interview with Dante Casanova, and also Jamie Sterling, and many other people. So make sure you definitely subscribe to us. We have a lot of other cool interviews too, like with Cameron Stewart, or both members of Only Cams, Stacey Alexander, Avery Bro, and many other people from all over the country, all over the world. So definitely subscribe to us. I'm not lying. You will not regret it. And we also have a Teespring store. Yes, we have a Teespring store where we sell official Ringside Society merchandise. We sell t-shirts. We have tank tops. We have long sleeve shirts for the winter now. We also have hoodies because, it's hoodie season. So, definitely go ahead and cop some merch. We also have coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage. All proceeds from those sales go back into keeping this show afloat. It does not go back into our pockets. But with that being said, we just want to thank, I forgot one more thing. Oh, right. We're on Spotify as well. Yes, we have a Spotify channel as well too. So if you just want to listen and not see us, you can definitely do that. The episodes we have right now are from our season 1 and season 2, and some from season 3. We're working on getting the rest from season 3 on there, so just bear with us. But yeah, definitely check us out. We're doing it big. We're doing the damn thing, and it's not just for clout. It's for you, the fans, as well as to give everybody involved with wrestling a chance to tell their stories and so on. So with that being said, we just want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight live. We really and truly appreciate it. To those of y'all that are going to listen later on, thank you very much in advance. And to those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we go away and take our merch, well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at the Taco Festival, we ain't going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. So with that being said, we just want to thank everybody. We just want to let everybody know that we here at Ringside Society are very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for the other half of Missouri business, the Dreamboats, Eli Perez.
Woo!
What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And we'll be back this Wednesday with another amazing guest. As a matter of fact, y'all already know we're going to be back with Dante Casanova. So until then, we're still going through a pandemic. So until the pandemic is completely gone, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.
Nope.